I got digital dash, can't ride with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned out the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say.
So we back with another video. Today we giving y'all an update on the best jump shot in NBA 2K24. Now, when it comes to this video, we're gonna go over everything that you can. We're gonna go over it. Now, in this video, we're gonna go over everything you need and more when it comes to the shot release timings, the best bases, the best releases for every single build, whether you be a guard, 6'4" and under, swing 6'5" to 6'9", or even big 6'10" and up. So yeah, we're gonna go over everything you need and more in this video. If you guys do want more videos like this, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, let's hop into it. Are you tired of grinding badges? Are you tired of grinding builds? Are you tired of even grinding maybe rep? If you are, head to Twitter, hit up DNG accounts for the most legit, best accounts for NBA 2K24. You can still rob niggas. Y'all niggas just got conflicts in a different way. I mean, you can beat a nigga ass without killing it and still be fighting. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so is a crime. So if you beat someone's ass, no one else can get their ass beat anymore. That might be a problem.
And nah, niggas need their ass beat. That's different. Niggas need their ass beat. Nah.
Actually, I need to start the game.
Oh, hold on real quick. We need to go to the bathroom real quick.
No one else wants to join.
I'm trying to play, bro.
I'm unlucky son bitch.
Is these niggas good at some shit? Like, is this nigga serious? Hey, we switches.
Keem the dream, nigga. Keem the dream, YT, nigga.
No more you can damage in the world.
Bro, John, lock that nigga up.
Bro. Next position, I'm just guarding that nigga squeeze, man. Oh, you got PG squeeze. What the fuck? I was true.
I don't like how ready he was to shoot that bitch.
You see this nigga got play tape.
Guard the plate take, goddammit.
Okay. I don't like how late that shit show up. I feel like it should show up a
It's
little bit
delayed.
earlier.
I'm telling you, this shit delayed. Get that shit.
Fuck my shit
What
up.
the fuck is he on?
Okay.
Get that three. We in the fucking park. This ain't no twos.
Okay.
I ain't have my
Bro is
hand
not
up.
fucking around.
Nigga squeeze at the damn fucking free throw line.
Gold.
Okay. What the fuck is going on?
No, bro, that's a bucket, nigga. Half-court spin jumper is crazy.
That's fucking bullshit. That's what that is.
You gotta play up.
Yeah, my bad. I let you die. That's a damn board. I ain't gonna cop. That's a damn board. You
What?
seen that motherfucker? He just snagged that thing.
You gonna rip me.
Dunk that nigga, son.
Trying to get a free game. Trying to get a free.
You see what the fuck going on in this bitch? Niggas pulling this bitch. Niggas look like all cow corners.
We can't lead this nigga. We can't lead that nigga.
I tried to switch back. I said this
No, we can't. In and out, guard that nigga. When in doubt, guard the nigga in the damn racetrack.
Yeah. Look, bro.
Nigga
Not
trying to
fucking
match
around.
everything I'm doing.
I thought they called foul.
Don't bell him.
Let me, yeah. Yeah, you got him. I can't even dribble.
Come here, nigga.
He's shooting that shit.
Box out, nigga. Terrible pass. Grab it. Let me RBA that motherfucker.
Fuck that. Oh, robbing a bank. See, it's just nothing. See, that's the nigga ass answer. Rob a bank. Niggas ain't even think of the smart shit.
Niggas trying to get some money. We trying to get rich. That's the fucking. Niggas trying to get rich.
Nah, this is gameplay for real, nigga. Woo!
Niggas in this bitch hooping, ain't they?
Come here, nigga.
That's green,
That's
nigga.
fucking.
Nigga squeeze. He act fucking. He all the way on the other side of the court spamming X. Let's go finish this bitch off the right way, nigga. Go dunk it, nigga.
They got that takedown there, my boy.
I thought that shit was gone.
Like, fuck that. No way. That bitch going now. Put your bucket squeeze on. That's.
How you even double
squeeze,
clutch?
bro?
He nigga.
Ain't the same way as last year.
Damn, nigga.
King the Dream, YT,
Oh, this
nigga.
nigga on YouTube. Oh shit.
That's why he trying to go extra hard, nigga. You see
That
who
nigga ain't even doing shit.
You see who
He need to. Bro, 2K, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here with the bells, 2K. I was finna put this nigga on fucking like what? Oh, but that nigga shit work.
He said, let me show you how to do that, motherfucker. He got you fucked up.
He double clutching that.
He got you fucked up. Oh my god.
Game trying to fucking bail this nigga. Nigga jumping. I was literally unbricked. I had no misses. I start trying to rim run for a damn contact. Shit, I should have just shot 7 for 7 at that point.
Oh, good.
Alright, so first things first is going to be the shot timing visual cues. So instead of me explaining how they work, I'm gonna actually throw in what Mike Wang says of how they work.
Jump is the point where your player's toes leave the floor. Set point is when the ball is raised up above the head before the shooting motion begins. Push, which is the default setting, is when the shooting motion is underway and the ball is being pushed forward. And release is the point just before the ball leaves the shooter's hand.
Alright, so with that being said, the shot timing visual cue I personally use is set point for majority of my jump shots. So I blend my releases to be able to use set point. Now, I'm gonna go over certain things on based off how I use, but if you guys are struggling to get like contested, if you like getting contested more than you want to get contested, I'm gonna give you guys the best releases for that to speed your jump shot up. I'm gonna give you the best releases for that, all that in this video, so just stay tuned. Alright, so let's hop into it. So when it comes to making the best jump shot for the guards, in my opinion, there's a couple different bases you can go with. We all know about Stephen Curry. That's literally like, come on, Stephen Curry, McFlurry. Now, when it comes to other guard jump shots you can go with, you got the John Stocktons, you got the D Rose, you got the KPJs. Or if you don't know what KPJ, that's Kevin Porter Jr., the Kyle Lowry. Those are all really good. The one I like the most is Jerry West. Now, Jerry West is the one that I like the most. Now, I showed you guys in this video what Mike Wang says, if you haven't seen this already. But yeah, I showed this earlier in the video. So if you haven't seen the shot release timing part and how you're supposed to time it, and you don't know which one you like to use still to this day, then yeah. But for my shot release timing, I like Jerry West. That's just what I like. Now, if you want one of those, like the T-Mac for the guards, I think Allen Iverson is really good. But if you just want something really auto, I would say Jerry West or Stephen Curry is really all you need. John Stockton is still really good, but I think Jerry West is the best for set point. If you do want to make it fast, you want to go with like the release, you want to go with the push, you want to go with the jump, and you want to make your jump shot as fast as possible, I would go with Jerry West and then just choose different releases that I'm going to show you guys. The releases I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to go with Brandon Podziemski. Now, I go with this all the time. This is what I use for my set point. So when I'm using set point. Now, one thing I will say about Jerry West, you can't just throw on Jerry West and you'll have a really good jump shot regardless. But if you do want to go crazy with the set point, go with Brandon Podziemski and Oscar Robinson. This is the best way you can do it for guards. You cannot do it the perfect way like you can do for swings, because I think that Larry Bird at the secondary release is the most important part. But yeah, you can definitely do it a little bit easier on swings and bigs, but you can still do it a little bit on the guards with the Jerry West. I think it's better if you just go Jerry West outright though. personally. But you still can do it like this. Now, if you want to speed it up even more, you can even go, instead of Pazimski, you can go Curry, you can go Darius Garland if you want to speed it up. If you want to go, if you just want it as fast as possible and you're not going to really base it off the set point, you're going to go release, you're going to go push, you're going to go even jump. That's really on you though. Now, when it comes to the speed, I'm going to always go max speed. The only time I may not go max speed is on my 6'5" to 6'9" builds, and I'll go over that and tell you guys why. Now, like I said, before it glitched out, if you making a jump shot, when it comes to the release speed, I'ma always go max speed. Depending on if I'm a swing, I may not go max speed every time because there's some different things on the swings. But when it comes to being a guard or a big, for sure, I'm always gonna go max speed. And if you don't notice, you can go very quick all the way up to 6'6". Then when you go up to 6'7" to 6'9" to 6'7" to 6'9", it's only gonna be to let you get quick. And then when it comes to being a big, you can only get normal. But when it comes to the blending, depending on which, this really does depend on what visual cue you're using. So pretty much if you're using push, jump, release, I would blend it more so to make it as fast as possible because it doesn't matter for you. But for me, I'm blending it so that I can get a better shot cue for my set point because I have to look at the hands and make sure I got the right thing. So I'm gonna always go more towards Brandon Pazimski. And I'm gonna have 75-25. That's literally what I'll always do. It's just gonna be perfect for me. That's just really what it is. Now, say for instance, if you did just want to use the Jerry West, like I said multiple times, you can do that. You want to do that with Curry, you could do that. But I'm telling you, Jerry West, Stephen Curry, all the other bases I said, auto for guards. There's a lot of good bases for guards. Guards probably have the best bases in the game. Anybody you can think of that can shoot, you probably can put them on for the base. You can probably put them on even for the releases. That's just what I'm gonna say. Now, when it comes to swings, these are like my main builds. I have multiple builds for the swings. Now, when it comes to swings, it's gonna be two different jump shots we gotta go over. It's gonna be the ones that you're gonna be used if you're 6'5" to 6'6", because if you go 6'5" or 6'6", if you don't notice, you can get the very quick. But if you're 6'7" to 6'9", you can only go up to quick. So it's gonna be a little different. So sometimes I even may use the jump shot I use for my 6'7" to 6'9" on my 6'5" to 6'6", because I don't want my jump shot timing to change. I want it to be consistent no matter what build I'm on. So yeah, that's just kind of what it is. But if you guys do want to use some of the better ones I have, go ahead and do this. Now, when it comes to the best bases in the game, depending on what visual cue you use, you're going to be using like the JT Store, the Ben Shepherds, Kobe Bryant even has a good base. It's a lot of good bases in the game, but the ones I personally use is what I'm going to go over. Now, the first one is one I've been testing a lot more recently because a lot of people have been gassing it like crazy, is the Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady is literally like the Trey Burke, pretty much just Trey Burke. If you remember in the old 2Ks, like, well, not, I guess these are old 2Ks at this point, like 21, 20. This was like the Trey Burke. This was like the Zach LaVine. This is pretty much what this is. Now, you also could use DeMar DeRozan. I think that's another one like this if you don't meet the requirement for this. But yeah, pretty much this is another one that you can really use on like one of these 6'5" to 6'6". Now, the main one that I do use is Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince is automatic. The one thing I say about Tracy McGrady in comparison to Taurean Prince, it's a little bit harder to contest than Taurean Prince, especially with the releases I run, because I use set point. But with that being said, Taurean Prince, it's not as easy to contest as the main jump shot I usually use when it comes to the ones I'm gonna go over for the 6'7" to 6'9". But with that being said, Taurean Prince is the best jump shot in the game, in my experience, for getting greens. No matter what the contest is, no matter if you open, it's the best one in the game. Especially if you don't want your jump shot to change, you want to do fades, you want to do anything in terms of shooting, Taurean Prince is the best jump shot, in my experience, in the game. Now, when it comes to the releases, like I said, this is all depending on what visual cues you use. Now, if you're using visual cues for like jump, push, and release, you're going to use different ones than me. But for what I use for my set point, the ones that's auto, Pazimski and Larry Bird. Pazimski and Larry Bird is automatic for me. Now, I use set point. This is the easiest set point combination up release, no matter if I'm using T-Mac, Taurean Prince, or the main base that I use for my 6'7" and 6'9", or yeah, 6'7" to 6'9". Now, if you are going to use like the other release points, if you're going to really just go for something extremely fast, I would just go Oscar Robinson, and then I would go Sadiq Bey. And that's just going to have your jump shot super fast. it's gonna be way harder to contest you. You're gonna get pretty much good stats. Now, another thing about Tracy McGrady, you actually do get a little bit better stats than this as well. You're gonna have a higher timing stability, higher defensive immunity, all that. So that is a thing that's gonna happen. And yeah, if you're gonna go with this, you're gonna probably blend it more so to Oscar. Maybe you even want to go crazy, but yeah, I'm not really too crazy about the shot attributes personally. So yeah, that's just kind of me. But yeah, that's kind of what you can do. You can put this on push, you can put this on release, you can put this on jump, and you don't really have to worry about how fast it is because you're not really basing it off anything but with your visual cue. I like the set point because if I use this for set point, I'm never timing a jump shot. This is too fast. Like, he moves his hands just too fast, so I can't do that. But yeah, you're gonna go max speed for it. If I was to use the jump shot I do use, I'm gonna go Bird, I'm gonna go Podzimski, and I'm gonna go max speed, and I'm gonna go 75-25 toward Podzimski. I've showed you guys multiple times this jump shot, and I'm telling y'all, this joint is auto magic. It's simple as that. All right, now for the 6'7" and 6'9". Real quick before we get into this one, I said this earlier, but if you skip to this, you wouldn't hear it. Now, if you're a lock, 6'7", 6'9", I'm not gonna lie. The basis that a lot of my guys use, that's if they're using jump, push, or release, they like JT Thor, and they like to go with like a Kobe release, they like to go with like a Oscar release, or even a Sadiq Bey release. You can pair that up in however way you want to do it. I would more so blend it more to whatever makes it as fast as possible and get you the highest defensive immunity possible. That's me. Now, you can do what you want to do. That's just you. Now, when it comes to what I do for my set point, because I use set point, I don't like using other ones. I use for my 6'7" and 6'9", I'ma always go Romeo Langford. Now, the reason why I do this is because I use this on, whether I'm on my 6'8" I just dropped, or my lock, and I need that at 78 3 ball, and that's just what it is. Now, on my 6'8", I really could use the other two jump shots too, but I just can't put it on very quick. Now, I'm gonna go Podzimski. I just showed you guys this. Podzimski is the way to go for all my jump shots. I'm not gonna lie, especially if you're using set point, and then I'm gonna go Larry Bird. It's just gonna make it, the green window is so crazy with this, and I'm gonna go max speed, which is only quick on the 6'7" and 6'8", and I'm gonna go 75-25 blend. And that's literally the jump shot. You're gonna get the B, B+, A-, D combination. That's literally what it is. You only need a 78 3 ball, you only need a 78 mid-range, and like I said, I even use this sometimes on my 6'5", 6'6", even though I could go very quick, but it's just to make my jump shot not have no different timing. I like to use it because I can use this on my lock, I can use this on my 6'8", I can use this on my 6'9", I can use this on my big, I can even use this on my guards. So yeah. Alright, so now when it comes to the bigs, now I just gave y'all a short on this, but one thing I want to say, when it comes to the bigs, y'all want me to do a dedicated video for like the big man animations. I can get that to y'all. Y'all went crazy on that KD and build video. Y'all was like, KD 6'8", and I can understand. But the reason why I made it at 6'8" was because I had originally made a stretch KD build, but I wanted to be able to be a little bit able to move a little bit more. So that's how that kind of came about. 6'8" is just a little bit more, like, in terms of getting attributes, it's just easier to do everything I wanted to do on my KD build. But I did originally make a 6'10" stretch big KD build, but I felt too slow, and it's just kind of what it was. But yeah, let's get into the jump shots. Now, when it comes to the jump shots, I meant to say that I was gonna give y'all that build if y'all want that, but yeah, let's get into the jump shots. Now, when it comes to the bases for bigs, it's a lot you gotta really think about. I'm gonna be honest, there's a couple of actually decent underrated bases. You got the LaMarcus Aldridge, you got the KDs, those are ones that you can use, but I would say some of those are just a little too slow. Now, the first jump shot that you can use that's like on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of, like, I guess rating you can put on would be the Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, I think you only need a 45 to put this on at all. And yeah, it's actually a pretty solid jump shot. You're just gonna have an F timing stability. Now, the next thing you probably will have to go with is James Johnson. James Johnson, that all you need for this is a 74. The next one will be like Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac, you only need a 76. All these bases I'm showing you guys are really good. I'm not showing you guys in order how good they are. These are just in order of how high of the requirement you need. All these bases are good though. Jaren Jackson has a good release, but you also good throwing his base, but that's not one I would personally recommend. The next one I would say is definitely gonna have to be, but yeah, the next base I would have to recommend is gonna be Dwight Powell. All you need for this is 77. But all these are gonna really depend on what you're using for your visual cues, but that's gonna be more so when you get to doing your releases with this, in my opinion. The next one I would say is Eric Pascal. I'm giving y'all 5 bases and then the last one would be Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is the last one. Now, in my experience, or from my experience, the one I like the most, the one I was most consistent with, was either Michael Porter Jr. or Eric Pascal. Most people say Eric Pascal is the best jump shot you can get for bigs, and I can understand a lot of people complaining about that, but yeah, that's the one I like using, Michael Porter Jr. Now, when it comes to releases, I think the only releases you really need to even be worried about is the Tim Duncan, Kevin Love. Now, I like putting Larry Bird on my joint because I use set point, but if you're using anything else besides set point, again, jump, release, push, you're gonna do a different combination than what I'm doing. If you're doing those, you're gonna probably go like Tim Duncan or Kevin Love with Dirk Nowitzki on the back end. But with the way I'm doing it, I'ma probably go Tim Duncan or K Love, or even Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell even has a solid release, and then I'm gonna go Larry Bird. Larry Bird is the automatic like secondary, but it's gonna be max speed. You only can get normal in a big, and I'm gonna go 75-25. But Larry Bird has to be the secondary, and it has to be blended more so to the other one. Now, I personally don't really like the Tim Duncan Larry Bird. It's just not auto for me. The Tim Duncan is a little too fast. But the thing is, that's kind of hurting me on the bigs. You can't get that, what's it called? So one thing that I do like to do, I do actually like going LaMarcus Aldridge. That's another thing. But if you actually do want to go LaMarcus Aldridge, Larry Bird, you can do that as well. But one thing you could try the Kevin Love with it, and that can be better. It's definitely better than the Tim Duncan. The Tim Duncan one is a little slow, so I may even go Kevin Love with it, with the Larry Bird, and then you go 75-25, and that's the jump shot that I'm gonna use for bigs. Now, when it comes to the releases, like I said, you can mix and match it. When it comes to the K Love, when it comes to the Dirk, when it comes to the Tim Duncan, it just depends on what your visual cue is. But I gave y'all 5 different bases for the bigs, and that's just pretty much going to be the best big man jump shots, releases, and bases in the game. All right, next is the triple pull-up. Now, when it comes to dribble pull-ups, this is very interesting. Trae Young is locked behind starter 3, so if you are starter 3 and up, you can definitely use that. But for the people that really want the best of the best, Pro 2 is really popular this year. I think it's cool. I tested it for a day. I got used to it eventually. It's alright. I don't think it's nowhere near Kobe. But the thing is, you only can use this on swings. If I was a guard and I could get Kobe, I would use Kobe. The only reason I even tried Kobe at the original point of this game, when the game first dropped, was because I'm like, bro, they got Kobe this year? I gotta try that. I know that Kobe on the cover. I gotta get that a chance, and it's very nasty. MJ was my favorite one last year. It's still in the game this year. Tyler Hero is still really good this year, so if you want to use that, if you're a guard or a swing, you can still use that. When it comes to, there's another one. Nate Robinson. If you're a guard, I think Nate Robinson is still really good. I think Ben McLemore is still really good. But for the most part, I think you're kind of chilling. Now, when it comes to bigs, y'all don't really have much options. Bigs, what I run on my big, I use basic. I just use basic. Now, if you want to use Dirk, you can throw Dirk on. I use basic. Now, you do get KD when you're starter 3. That's probably what I actually will use whenever I do that, because my big is actually like a KD build. That's what I made it to be. But for the most part, yeah, those are what it is. Now, I will say, if you guys want better, like, animations, like, say, for instance, they have some of these are literally strictly made, like, Duncan Robinson, Klay Thompson, those are strictly made for whenever you get a catch, and you get, like, a bad catch animation, but you want it to be a smooth jumper still. So, Duncan is like that, Klay is like that. So, that's one tip I give you guys if you're a person that really don't fade a lot and want to do standstills, but when you do get a bad catch, you want a good animation off that catch. The fade the dribble puller that you have actually does affect that this year. So I want that to be known. So yeah, if you want something smooth, throw on Duncan, throw on Klay. Just look at the guys that's like catch and shooters, the Kevin Hoarders. I'm telling you, they're really good for that. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. In this video, I gave y'all not only the best jump shots, I tried to give y'all the best bases, releases, tried to even give y'all shot release cue info, or not shot releases, shot visual cue info. And I tried to even give y'all stuff that y'all can take in terms of like fades, which is pretty much important. And it's pretty much, fade is like hand in hand with just your standstill jump shot. You have to have the right dribble pull up in this game if you really want to get the most out of your jump shot. It just is what it is. Now, even gave y'all some gameplay. But yeah, if you guys do want more videos like this, just make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to go crazy for y'all boys, trying to upload as much as possible. I'm trying to upload every day. Probably won't upload tomorrow, but trust. We're going to try to get y'all everyday uploads in November as much as I possibly can. But yeah, if you guys do want more videos like this, just make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. I appreciate all the support y'all been giving me, even when y'all be going crazy on me in the comments down below. I I do appreciate the support y'all do give me, regardless of the fact. But yeah, if you do want to pop into one of the streams, I'll be streaming on Kick. The link to that is in the description. I do be streaming on Twitch. The link to that is in the description. You'll drop a follow. Make sure you got notifications on there and here. Without further ado, though, man, it's your boy Fitz. Out there, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!